So this is the Oreck Touch. This vacuum is Oreck's bagless competitor to the Dyson Ball, the Shark Navigator, and things. This vacuum was discontinued, but thankfully I managed to find one brand new in the box on eBay just a couple days ago. I ordered it. It's May of 2016. They discontinued this machine, I believe, like in 2013, 2014. Maybe even before that. But you can see this is pretty much a bagless Oreck magnesium. The handle is pretty much the same design as the magnesium. It's got a metal reinforcer here. This pulsates. You can see the brush roll is activated. Oh no, yeah. That's activating the brush roll and deactivating it. And it is very powerful. It likes to tug its way through the carpet. Sorry. It's called the Oreck Touch because you have fingertip controls. This button here is, it doesn't even really click. Yes, it does, sorry. But it's very faint. It's almost like, it's very solid. It's very well built. Typical Oreck quality. Very long stretch hose. I'd say this hose is probably one of the longest I've ever seen on a vacuum. I'll pull it out of there so you can see what I mean. Set that on the ground. It's a rubberized tip or handle. So you can see, I mean, the hose goes pretty far. Plus it comes with another extension wand that houses, or that gets stored in a bag that this came with for its extra accessories. And you get to choose what tool that you want on the machine. What is wrong with this? There. That's what was wrong. I didn't have the hose wrapped up around the upper hose thing. So it just sets in the side of the machine. Kind of reminds me of how a Miele is set up. You can see the crevice tool has its own little storage spot, but you can put whatever tool you want on here. I like the dusting brush just because I like something to be able to clean a surface with, but a lot of the time it's not a fabric. So it's kind of a universal tool, but the upholstery tool, the wider one, it's also called a stair tool, is separate. Now, they did make an 8-piece cleaning kit with this. It comes with like a flexible crevice tool. It comes with a turbo tool, which alone is like a $30 value. I think I can get the kit for like $30 on eBay. The only problem that people complain very much about these machines are, and I actually called an Oreck store and they told me that the two worst machines to buy that Oreck ever made was the Oreck Touch, this, and the Oreck Edge, which I actually have on order right now as a certified refurbished unit from Oreck. It's not that I'm a big Oreck fan or anything, but I was like, you know, oh my goodness, this machine's relatively inexpensive. They only wanted like $100 for it, brand new in the box. I was like, why not? There's a return. If it ends up coming damaged or something, then I'll just send it back. And the Oreck Edge, I heard, is a beast. It's just kind of problematic because the machine has variable speed control compared to just set speeds. So it causes a lot of problems. Plus, people said something about how the suction diverter for the hose that is built into it, it automatically disengages and engages when putting the machine in the upright position and reclining it backwards, and also it being heavy. I don't mind a heavy machine. This vacuum is probably one of the heaviest that I've ever owned, but it's well balanced. Most of the weight is in the neck of the machine. The base is not heavy really at all. It leans very far forward, though, as you can see. It's a leaner. but it's very stable. It's not going to tip over at all. It's not going to fall backwards. It's not going to go side to side. It's a very stable machine. It's got a very narrow cleaning path. You can see underneath it how much room, like the brush roll is only this clear area. So it's not the best edge cleaner. Of course, this side's a little bit worse because this is where your belt and your motor is, because the motor for the brush roll is down here. And another big complaint, people complain about this clogging up. I have a pantyhose on the inside of this. I tied it off and looped it up over this upper filter. And I took the cyclone apart down there. It just twists on and unscrews. And you just pull the dirt out of it. The pantyhose blocks all the dust, the really bad dust, the clumps of it from coming up to this filter and then shutting the machine down because it overheats. So it keeps it all down here, relatively easy to clean out. I mean, it is kind of a pain in the butt that it does that, but it's because the seal that they put at the bottom of the cyclone where it meets the bottom of the bin is not very strong. So a lot of the dust just goes right up inside of it. So it's not very efficient. And I know that that's what the problem is because there's no way that hair can get through a pantyhose, but it does. So that's kind of the issue with this machine. But I'm willing to deal with it, and I already went out and I asked my mom, I was just like, do you have any pantyhose that you don't use? So she just gave me a new pair that she had for a really long time and said, here. So I chopped it up and stuck it on there. You can't even see it because it's such a dark container. The filter is clean, as you can see. It's pretty well sealed. Filtration's good. I would recommend picking one up if you don't mind doing the pantyhose trick because it is a strong vacuum. And I did a review because not many people have one. I only have seen two on the YouTube. So there you go.